We're Beartooth.
Jeez. We're Beartooth, and these are our pit stories.
My first mosh pit story was at Bernie's in Columbus, which, can I swear on this? Everyone, if you live in Columbus, knows is a giant shithole. And there was a band there called Hoods that was playing, and they have a song called Pit Beast that's very well known for people to mosh to. That was my first mosh experience, and it was ridiculous. And that show ended up like the cops came and all this crazy stuff happened. And I was super underage, so I ran. My best mosh story was 2 years ago. Yeah, at Warp 2014, the first day. I was walking by the monster stage and Terror was playing, and I just like gave my keys and wallet and stuff to the sound guy, and it was like the first time I moshed in years. It was awesome. My worst. There was a Dead to Fall show in Toledo, and it just, something happened in the pit, and there was a bunch of really lame people there, and it turned into the entire room like fighting each other. That was definitely my worst experience because I got beat up, and it sucked.
Alright, all of mine involved me getting hurt, so the best one was me and Cameron were seeing a band. They were like a pop punk band, and they were playing in Columbus. They're called With the Punches. And that was a really good time, and I got my lip punched and it was all bloody. I didn't mind that one. The worst one was when I stage dove and my shoulder got dislocated somehow. I didn't get dropped or anything. I had to go to the hospital, and they had to pop it back out, and that wasn't very fun.
That was at one of our shows.
It was at one of our shows. But I didn't have an instrument on me, so it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my first was at a POD concert, and I was like very small at the time, and I went with two of my largest friends. And they like picked me up and like threw me up to crowd surf, and I like came down and just like cracked my head, and I was like passed out for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like my first experience. So, very accident prone mosher. That's why they call me Moshy.
All right. Best experience was we took a ferry. Where was it?
Somewhere to...
Somewhere in Europe. And there was a lot of crazy drunk Russian people, and there was a club in this boat, and we were there. It was very late, and there was a live band playing, and we all got a little bit crazy, had a couple, maybe one or two cocktails, maybe a few more, and basically just a wild mosh pit broke out because they started playing Nirvana, I think.
Smells Like Teen
They
Spirit.
started playing Smells Like Teen Spirit, and I'm going to let him finish this because this is kind of a joint one.
Yeah.
And let's carry on from your perspective.
So, you picked me up and started crowd surfing me to a cover band, and
Loving it.
they loved it. I hooked my feet into the lighting truss above me and was hanging upside down, and the security guard came over and was like, "Get down now!" And I just went, "Whoa!" and I got stuck, so I couldn't. My feet got stuck in the truss, so they were trying to like yank me down. I was like 1 foot in the truss. It hurt a lot, but I couldn't form like I'm stuck, so I just yelled "woo." I was a woo girl.
Yeah.
Pass to you.
Yeah, that was awesome. Worst experience. I was on stage, but this is by far the worst thing I've ever seen in a mosh pit happen. So we were in, what was that place in Colorado that we played? We're at the Black Sheep in Colorado in a long time ago, in like old attack days. And we were playing, and somebody started like macing everybody, or just was like spraying pepper spray all over the venue. And I just remember playing, and like my throat started closing up, and I was like, oh, what is going on? And then like everybody in the crowd, because there was like a wild pit going on, and everybody in the crowd just kind of started looking like zombies, and the doors flew open and people were like flying out. Apparently somebody just dropped pepper spray all over the place. That was by far the worst. Really ruins the mosh. First was at a venue called The Attic in Ohio, and it was at a festival, like some just random thing, and Norma Jean was headlining, and they played Memphis Will Be Laid to Waste, and then like the big breakdown thing happened, and I got in and hit some people, and I was a young kid, and it was a great time.
We were actually playing, it was not too long ago, I forget what venue, but I stage dove into the crowd with my guitar, and somebody from the pit came up, and I landed on the edge of the pit, and somebody came up and just punched me straight in the face. And then you didn't hear this? No. Punched me straight in the face. I fell into the pit with my guitar while we were playing, and people are just going crazy. They don't know that like I'm in the pit with a guitar, and so I just put my guitar like in front of my face like this, and just started hitting people with it to get them out of the way so I can get back on stage. That was probably the worst, and
I just can't believe somebody popped up and just rocked you in the face.
Yeah, but it hurt a lot. And then my first, not interesting, but in my first show, I saw Starting Line, and I pushed some people around. A little push mosh.
Going.
Yeah, that's all I got.